Hi, everyone. Oh, let me see here. Mm.
Good day, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi, thank you. Let me fix my volume. Hold on. Mm. Hello again. Sorry about that. There was some echoing. Let me go ahead and just double check. All right. Bill L, can you tell me everything's looking good on your end? I can't use my phone like I wanted to. Can you just answer me if everything's looking good? Thank you for coming. I'm looking on my message, Bill L. Can you tell me if everything's looking good? Can you hear me? Let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the chat. Okay. Everything is fine. Okay, good. Then we're in business. Yes. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming. As I'm talking, I'm getting people coming in, so I just want to make sure I don't leave anybody out. I'm really excited to be here. I've been working on this for a long time, and I have a lot to share with you. I've been a freelancer for the last 20 years, and I've have made my millions on Upwork, and I have a team right now, and so I'm the type of person that has to make all the mistakes first before I can learn the right way. So I can tell you that I did everything. Any mistakes you're making now, I've done them. I understand them. And I just kept persevering. And I came across, I think your mobile sound is on. Okay, my mobile sound. I'm going to turn this all the way down. All right. Is that better? Is it off now? Bill L, is my phone okay? I did turn it off. Let me go ahead and I don't have my camera. I don't have Skype on my phone. So can you let me know if everything sounds good, Bill L? I'm waiting. Is it sound good for you? Yeah. All right, good. Okay. So as I was saying, I've made all the mistakes. So this is just a short 15-minute lesson here. I'm still letting people in. And this is going to just give you some my experience. I'm really big about portfolios. That's really important to me because really when you're sending off a job, sending off for bidding on a job, what really is going to sell you is your portfolio. So I'm going to give you some tips that are really easy, and you don't have to be a rock star to make a great portfolio. Okay, we still got people coming in. Let's give it a few more minutes, but here the lesson is how to showcase a portfolio that wins clients. I'm going to have to get somebody to bring these people in. This is, I keep getting people coming. Okay, which is a good problem. Anyhow, so, have you ever went ahead and you go through all the work, writing this fantastic proposal, and then you send it off, and you receive a request to record and cut. Okay. And then you send it off and nothing happens. Well, I got to the point, this meeting's being quick. I got to the point when I was doing bidding, and I would just send my portfolio. I wouldn't even say anything. I would just send my portfolio and I would win jobs that way because it's really, the picture says 1,000 words. If you can create that portfolio that just drives right to the heart of the client, so you really don't have to say anything because really I hire a lot of people and I skip all the reading and I just go right to the portfolio. I go right to seeing what they're doing and I can tell instantly if they have it or if they don't. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about today. Let me see here. Your portfolio humanizes you. It makes you human. And you think about it, when someone is on the other end on Upwork or whatever, and they are, looking to hire, we're all strangers to them. They don't know us from Adam, and they don't care to really know us. And what we have to do is we have to get in the same room with them. We have to be able to connect with them. And that's the beauty of a portfolio, is that it actually causes them to connect to you. And it's just like, I'm a massage therapist too. And one of the biggest things is that if you just touch a person, even if you just touch their hand, they instantly remember you and they love you. It's so funny how the psychology works like that. And so building a portfolio is the same type of thing. It's powerful. It can go right to connecting with them because you're a complete stranger. There's a barrier with Upwork. You just can't go in and meet and talk to them. You have to only send your proposal and do your best that they will connect to you. And so this breaks the barrier, having a great portfolio, because it humanizes you. So think about that when you make your portfolio. Do you feel that this is going to connect to them? There's 4 tips that I'm going to give you on how to, wait a second, just going to make sure. Okay, I think your mobile phone is still on. Okay, I'm going to, everything's fine. I'm going to go. I don't know how to, is that better? Is that, I fixed my mobile phone. I turn it on mute. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, mute. Okay, let me know if there's any problem, Bill L, and I'll figure out something else. All right, well, anyhow, so there's 4 tips that I would like to share with you. This is my first live stream, by the way. I did one before, so we're just kind of still working out the kinks on this, and so just bear with me. All right, so there's 4 tips that I would like to share with you that will make you stand out in your portfolio. Here's the first one, and let me see. Okay. Your portfolio needs to be the wow factor. And that's really important that, you probably wonder what's the wow factor. It's the type of work where you just, have to stop and take it in. It's just really powerful. And what really makes a great portfolio is it's like art. You have to have the right ingredients. It has to be the right color. There has to be the right element. It has to be, hey, wait a second. Bill L., can you say yes or no that the sound is good? Just say it right in the chat on Skype. But it has to have all those certain ingredients in order to have the wow effect. And that doesn't mean years of work. It just really has to do with the simplicity of making it simple and stunning. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. So remember that if you got to go with the wow factor. And I always tell my people that work with me, does this make a wow? It has to make a wow because you're going against hundreds of other competitors. So you want to make sure that you got that wow. All right, the second one is the way I developed my wow factor is I did a lot of studying as far as I trained my eyes to see what's wow to me and what's not wow. And I've been doing this for 15 years. So I've had a lot of clients, and I've seen a lot of work coming through as far as websites and graphic designing and things like that, after a while, I started to know what a wow looks like. And so I can tell you, learning the wow is really going to be helpful. And the way you learn it is just like an exercise. You have to get out there and you just have to start watching other, look at Behance, look on Dribbble, look on Fiverr, and grab what you think makes them stand out. And you do the same. So it takes a little bit of time there, but that practice, and that's really the best I can give you. You could study, you could take the courses, you could learn the technique, but really, your clients don't know that. Your clients just know what the wow is when they see it. So it has to have all those ingredients to be able to make it stand out. That's what all you want to do. You just want to stop a client in the track while they're looking at hundreds of other portfolios, that they can see yours and it has a harmony to it. So excellence is an art won by training and habituation. So the more you train yourself to look at art and look at graphic work or web designing, the more you look at it and you compare and you observe what looks attractive to you, why does it look attractive to you, the more you do that, you're training your eyes to be keen and conditioned to identify a wow design. So take me on that. It does make a difference. And I have 3 things that I mention here that is really placement, perception, and playful. So what really makes a wow effect is that it's the placement of the elements, it's the perception of how you put this whole thing together, and it's playful in a sense that it has a little bit of a twist to it, it's artistic. So that kind of takes you off of just an ordinary, boring look. So those are 3 different type of things I try to think about in creating my wow work. Okay, let's move on. And actually, that was by Will Durant. So to build your portfolio, also another important thing to think about is that when you build a portfolio, you put it together like you've already arrived. So tomorrow, you don't want to send off a portfolio to your client that, is just, work that you've done over the last couple of years. You really don't want to do that. Where do you want to be? Once you kind of get an idea on that excellent look, that's where you want to be. You want to go for that look. And so I find that, being in Upwork so long and in Fiverr, that I used to take my clients' work and put it as a portfolio. But then I started to think, I'm not really thrilled about the work that I do for my client, just because, as you know, if you're into web designing, you might make a great site and then you send it to the client and then they want to take out all the pictures and they want to put in their pictures that are not really well, they're not good, they're not focused, or they're not designed, they don't have a punch for it, or they want to move images around, or they just kind of rearrange the site. And so when you deliver, it's awesome, but by the time they're done adding everything they want in it, it's really not that sensational. So I just stopped sending clients' websites in my portfolio to my clients, because especially when you're bidding, you got to make sure it's pure and clean. And so I would go ahead and I would go like on WordPress and let me see, Envato. I go on places like that, and I would actually get a template, and I would just customize it. Because, the next way you're looking at a template, you see ahead of time what it looks like, you like how the layout is, and so I would take it and just spruce it up and make it look really, really good. And then I'd pick out different topics. So that's something to consider. You're not cheating, you are building as if you've already arrived. So you pick out these themes that you love, and then you go ahead or you take out, you maybe take some graphic work that you love and do the same thing, but put your own twist in it, put your own color, put your own elements in it. Look at it when it's already finished. So this way, when you build on that, you know it's going to be sensational because you're putting in the same elements, and you can compare it. So again, I just don't send off websites that I've made for clients because by the end of the job, it's not really what I am proud of as much because the clients go in and mess it all up. But they're happy with it, and that's the bottom line. You want to make your clients happy. So now the third one is not quantity, but quality and accuracy. And let me get right on my right page. Okay. So in this area, I would always fuss with my team, because they always want to, put in like 10 samples. And I say, no. What you do is you really only put in, 3 samples. The more samples you put in, the more chances of them criticizing and finding something they don't like, and then they'll pass you up. They won't take you, or they won't want to meet you. So I try to keep a mystery. I try to keep them guessing by just enticing a couple of really good ones, and that's all you have to do. That's just enough for you not to say too much, but just enough to show your quality. And so quantity is more important, that you just stay with, quality is very important, but quantity, don't oversend it. And when you do send what they're looking for. Because if I'm like a dentist, I really don't care to look at a website that is, a store of something, or, maybe construction stuff. It doesn't resonate with me. You want to send something that resonates with you. That just takes it right up there. Suddenly they're like, she gets me. So make sure that you always send a sample that resonates with who they are or what their niche. And so again, keep it small, keep it minimal, and make sure that you only send, something that can resonate with them. This is, again, I'm talking about winning clients. I'm talking about that one and only chance when you send out your resume or you send out your proposal that you only get one shot and you're up against hundreds of other competitors that want the job. So that's why everything has to be very specific. It has a wow factor, and you have to make sure you keep it minimal and also accurate. Meanwhile, while I'm talking, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer you at the end of after my talk. And let me see here. Yeah, so please, if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave them there. I got quite a few people coming in late. I am recording this meeting, and so I'll go ahead and put it on Facebook, and you can go ahead and watch it again if you like. All right, so let's move on. I'm talking about 4 ways to make a fantastic portfolio that people are going to love. And this is a 15 years experience here. And I'm an artist. And so, really feel kind of strong and passionate about this topic. All right. So the next thing, the fourth and the last is, let me see, is making your presentation memorable. And I like this one because, yeah, it does have to be the wow factor and it make them stop in their track. But also it had to be memorable. That's really important. That kind of comes along with the wow factor. And so here's a really cool thing. I'm showing you a cookie, and there's this new place out. It's called Crumble, and maybe you've already been there. But this is a definite, experience that is what I'm talking about, memorable, the presentation. So here I go into this little cookie shop, and there's the clerk behind the counter, and then there's a guy in the kitchen in the backdrop. And so I went and, thinking I'm just going to order a chocolate chip cookie, and get it in a bag and leave. And so it was incredible, the whole experience of getting a cookie with this company. So I go ahead and I pay, and she asked me to stand aside, and she'll be right with me, even though I was the only person in the meeting, or sorry, in the store. Okay. All right. So I was, and so I had to wait for the cookie, and then finally the gentleman walked up to me, and he had this box, and he opened it up and goes, "Here's your cookie, ma'am." And I was like, "You've got to be kidding me." Just like that was so intense. But I thought, wow, this company is really putting all their focus on the presentation. And that kind of tells you something, that presentation is very powerful, and that they're willing to bank their whole business of a simple cookie, which really I wasn't so thrilled about it. I've had better cookies, but the whole thing was about the presentation, the box, them telling you to be patient and to wait, and they will be right with you. They're trained this whole cycle that they're doing. So I'm just letting you know presentation is so important. And that is a leverage you can have when you are bidding against hundreds of people. You can take advantage of that leverage. And so I'm showing you a diamond on a velvet. When you are sending your presentation, your portfolio, your graphic design, whatever you have, when you're sending it out, you want to present it in a way that makes it special. So, and I have some ideas for that, but just remember that if the presentation is really important. Now, I came across some really great portfolio platforms, and this is Webflow, Behance, and Dribbble. And these three platforms, you can hide your name, you can hide your contact information, because on Upwork and Fiverr, you're not allowed to have those. You can't have any contact information. But so these three platforms allow you to hide that. So here you can be able to put your portfolio on these type of platforms and get really a stunning layout, something that is, really will pop and stand out. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you how that looks. I'm going to sneak out of here, Lord willing, if I'm getting this right. And I'm going to go in here. Okay, so here is Webflow. Now, this is really cool because if you take a look, let me see if I can minimize this. Okay, this is Webflow. It's just a platform, a portfolio platform, but you can see how stunning this all looks. This is obviously a very talented. This is a wow type of a site, definitely. But I prefer even something more simple. But as you can see, this is a beautiful layout, and this is a portfolio. So you just send that link to the client when when you're bidding. This is one really good one. And again, you can hide your contact information. So this would definitely give you, and you can put a variation in here, but maybe you have one portfolio for doctors, one portfolio for electronic or technical, different ones like that. So you make a few of them. Here's another one. This is Dribbble. Dribbble is beautiful. You can get some great presentations in here. And let me see here if I can. you can see she's got this beautiful, this is for graphic designing, beautiful design, and then below she has all these lovely other type of graphic work. So with this, again, you don't have to, you could hide your name and be able to get this real nice presentation here. Again, this is all about serving it on a silver platter, putting it out there just like the cookie in the box. This is makes you stand out. It makes you stand out comparing to other people that just send off, you know, a link. And then the last one was Behance. Behance also has a beautiful layout here, and you can get very creative with it. And it just gives them the feel, the potential client, a feel of your work and your personality. So, and then you just will separate them, put in different niche for different portfolios. So these are considerations to use to kind of make you stand out from the other. Now let me get back into here. Okay, wait a second. And go right back down here. Whoops. Oh. Okay, so, okay, now heading back to where I was left off, just to share with you a few of those samples that you can be, a few of those platforms that you can be able to use to kind of make you stand out in your portfolio or in your presentation when you're bidding for a job. So the final thought is that, you know, the good news is that people on Upwork are ready to buy, you know, they're ready to make their order. They're looking for help. And so with the wow factor, creating, like I mentioned, you know, create your beautiful wow design, then that alone will silence the chatter. So again, it's not like you have to make a lot. You can make just a few, you know, that are just customized just for bidding. And then put those in your portfolio, and that's all you need to be able to stand out. Because I can tell you right now, my years of experience of hiring, I tell you some of the stuff I get is like, wow, it's just sad, because you know that a lot of times these people, you know, they're just using whatever they, you know, did for other clients. And so, you know, it's not their top quality, because the clients go in there and they change everything around. So it's just really important that you really, if you get this down, you're up against a lot of people, because most people, you know, don't have that wow experience in their work. And so you could definitely stand out from that. Okay, so back to the best tip to have a great portfolio to win your clients is the wow factor, to identify what is quality. And that comes through training your eye to only analyze quality work, and then you try to mimic it. And then quality and accuracy, make it a quantity and accuracy. I'm sorry, quality. But the thing is that you want to not send out tons of samples. You only want to send out a few, and you want to make sure that you're targeting the niche of the client. And then last but not least is the memorable. Being memorable by the way you present your portfolio. So these are just from my years of experience, and I think that it'll be very helpful. What I'm going to do for you, I really appreciate you coming. That I want to be able to take a look at your work. If you want to share anything in my Facebook that you would like me to look at, as far as does your work have the wow factor, and any way I can give you suggestions on that, I'd be happy to do that. If you have any questions on your portfolio, you can send that on my Facebook, and I'll take a look at it. So I'll be happy to give you my feedback. I have a very solid team of 45 people that work with me for the last 15 years. And so I've worked with a lot of people, and, you know, really can give you my expertise from my years of experience on what, you know, how I can help you out in improving and perfecting what you're already doing, so that, you know, you'll be able to win the job that you're going after. I also am having these short webinars or these live streams every other week. So in 2 weeks, I'll have another one. and it's on April 23rd. And so if you want to go ahead and we'll after this meeting, we're going to go ahead and post it, and you can sign up for it. But they're short and they're sweet, but they're very, very informative. So that way you can be able to have something to work with. And then you could always ask me any questions on my Facebook. I'm really happy to help you out. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, and I do a lot of talking on winning jobs and different markets in careers, different ways to bid for job, places to bid for job, all of that. It's all about freelancers that are looking for remote work, and that's on my YouTube. So let me go ahead and get out of here, and I'll answer some questions. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, and expand. Okay, and then get my chat. Okay, thank you. Here I've got some questions going on. Thank you so much for all your questions. Let me see what I can say. Again, this meeting or this live stream is being recorded. And so when I'm done, I'll get it up on Facebook and you can watch it again. And let's see here. All right, good morning. Hello, everybody. Let's see here. Let's see what questions we have. Okay. And I still have people coming in. So next time we'll probably have to make it a little bit longer. Let me, while I'm looking at some questions, let me ask you, what are one of the 4 things that I gave you that you feel was insightful? Why you like it, and you know, just kind of how you think you can apply it. Does anybody have anything to say on that? If we don't have a relevant portfolio, what should we do? You make one. We have to make one. You cannot get anywhere without presenting something. And actually in my business, and I can talk about this on one of the next meetings, is that we do free samples, because I can understand someone not wanting to hire me if they're not, you know, if they don't see, you know, my ideas. And really, most clients don't want to see they want to see what you're going to do for them. And by doing that, it's a great hook. I win them right away because they immediately stop looking and hiring somebody else because they're waiting for me to make the demo. And so already I put them on hold. And then when I make the demo, of course, you know, I usually make 2 or 3, and it's all free, but it's enough to hold them over and to get them from not hiring somebody else. And then I can go ahead and, you know, make that demo for them. And 99% of the time I'm hired. Can you write one proposal for any job? Yes, I'm going to do a short talk on writing proposals. We've done a lot of work on writing proposals. That, of course, is our bread and butter. And so we are constantly perfecting how to write proposals. It's constantly changing, and we're constantly improving. And so I have that set up to be able to share that with you, what works with us and how we're able to win jobs. That I already gave you one secret already, and how to, you know, make your proposal effective, including a great, a great portfolio. All right. In this way, it would be easier. I'll help you with that. How does one go about making a portfolio short for people with multiple skills, especially on Upwork? No. Again, the question here is how there's so many different niches in Upwork. How, you know, do I need to make whatever, a mock-up or a design or a sample of all the different niches? No, you do not. Staying with a certain few niches is better than you having many anyhow. But I mean, we serve a lot of different clients, but there's some niches we don't want to, you know, spend our time with just because we're busy enough with having certain niches. But anyhow, you know, I wouldn't overload it, because the more samples you have out there, the more opportunity they're going to find something wrong. Even though there is nothing wrong, they're going to find something wrong and they'll leave. So it's better to leave a little mystery there, because when you do that wow sample, they're going to just know that you're talented. Okay, let's see here. With copywriters, yeah, definitely. Copywriter enticing a little bit of something really, you know, clever. Definitely. I don't want to go. That's fine. Copywriting the same. Short and sweet. Who's going to sit and read a lot anyhow when they've got like 100 to look at? Make it short and sweet. Hold on a second. Just making sure I'm on track. Bill L, let me see here. You can mention a meeting. Yeah. I will also make another live stream on walking through Upwork. So that way you get to see my Upwork, and you get to see how I go about looking for a job and then bidding on a job. Would you like that? I could do that for you. Okay, let's keep going. You can review Upwork profile. Can you review out? Yeah, I could do that. Go ahead but if you want me to review anything, you know, just send me the link in the group. Bill L, can you tell me, is it the private group or is it the my business page? Can you clarify that? Where would people put these links? Should we add the link? Yeah. In the cover. Okay. Would it be okay to send a link without break? Right. As I mentioned, as far as Dribble, Webflow, and the other one, Behance, you can remove all contact information. I specifically went after those three. And I did talk to Upwork personally, and they said as long as it doesn't have any contact information, then it's fine to use. But if you want to go ahead and ask them again, that's fine with me. But I'm just letting you know that there's no contact information on it. And if that's something you feel, you know, you know, you feel that you could put in the resume that would help you, definitely that would be, you know, that we do that sometimes too, just so you know. Let me see, any other questions? I got a few more. Can you view a Upwork profile? Yes, I can. Okay. I think quality over quantity aspect is excellent point. Make the best version. Thank you. And a few designs. Well, yeah, absolutely. You kind of walk yourself in the quicksand when you put out too much, because they're going to sooner or later, they're going to start nitpicking. So just send a couple. I need to help proposal writing. I would do a live stream on that. Okay. How can my proposal visible to client? I'm not sure, but well, I'll have to, you can ask me that on Facebook. Okay. All right, social media management portfolio. Yeah. Okay. If I were to do social media management, can we do social media? Just take screenshots of pages that you do, you know, even if it's just two. Show the type of, you know, that page will show you that you're busy, that you have postings in there, that you are responding to people. Kind of gives you the overall feeling of, you know, being social on social media. So giving a full page screenshot, I think would be very effective, because you're up against a lot of competition and with social media, and you know, I think that's much more very effective compared to just sending different types of designs. It's showing how you work on the platform. After 8 years, okay, yeah, I understand. I'll help you out. You know, we'll just keep giving you, you know, raw information that we have that I've been doing for years. And so I'm the type of person, as you can see, I make all the mistakes the first time. I've made all my mistakes on being on Upwork and being a freelancer. And so but I'm also a problem solver. And so, when I'm very passionate about getting to the other side, to me, it's a game. And so I'm happy to help out in any way I can it's just really called problem solving. I'm very big on problem solving. I never let a problem get unsolved. So I'll do my best to help you out. Let's see, I don't find one. Okay, let me see here. I'm just taking a look. Okay, I think I covered all the questions in here. And finally, I think everybody has arrived. So let me ask my buddy here, who's helping me out off of the, wait a minute. Okay, I'm finishing up Bill L. Is there anything else I should say? Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Zoom. No, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. So you can definitely reach out to me there. And if you have any suggestions on things you want me to talk about in the near future, then let me know, and I'll just add that to my list and give you as much help as I can from just all my years of working as a freelancer. So I think that's about it. Bill, is there anything else I should say before I leave? Thank you so much for your time. In 2 weeks, we'll get together again. It's going to be posted up on my Facebook, the date and the time. And then please, let's see here. Yeah, please, when you sign up for the next meeting, you get your name in there so that way I can kind of know ahead of time who's coming and be able to be, just prepared on and you can even mention on Facebook what exactly is your skill? What is your talent that you're trying to go after on Upwork and Fiverr? So, okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time. Nope, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to getting together again with you in a couple of weeks, and just keep freelancing. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.